Well, we begin another season.
Bridgerton has been renewed for seasons 5 and 6.
Yeah! Woo!
What's next in the ton? Dearest gentle readers, or should I say gentle viewers of the YouTube realm, welcome back to the Wolfe Diaries, where we sip tea, spill secrets, and dive into the drama of your favorite shows and movies. Netflix has just blessed us with glorious news. Bridgerton will return for seasons 5 and 6. The renewal announcement, delivered in true Lady Whistledown style, sent fans into a frenzy of excitement. News outlets and fan communities are abuzz, celebrating that Lady Whistledown's scandal sheet remains unclipped for many seasons to come. So, grab a cuppa, and let's dive into this glorious news. Welcome to the Wolfe Diaries. Bridgerton so far. A quick recap. For anyone new to the ton, here's what's happened up to Season 3, which, by the way, Season 4 arrives in 2026. Season 1, Daphne and Simon. We met Daphne Bridgerton, played by Phoebe Dynevor, Queen Charlotte Season 1 Diamond, navigating London's marriage market. She struck a deal with Simon Bassett, the Duke of Hastings, played by Regé-Joan Page, a fake courtship to raise Daphne's profile and lower Simon's perceived availability. Of course, the two fell in love and wed, but secrets loomed. Daphne dearly wanted children, yet Simon had sworn never to father any. This conflict drove the drama throughout Season 1, which of course, ended in a happily ever after. Season 2, Anthony and Kate. Anthony Bridgerton, played by Jonathan Bailey, now the Viscount and head of the family, vows to marry for duty, not love. Enter Kate Sharma, played by Simone Ashley, and her sister Edwina. The two start as rivals, but eventually Anthony admits he loves Kate, despite having been engaged to Edwina first. It's an enemies to lovers tale. Anthony and Kate end up wed and, as Netflix's Family Guide confirms, the couple now awaits the arrival of their first child. Meanwhile, subplots included Benedict, played by Luke Thompson, flirting with the art world, Colin, played by Luke Newton, returning from abroad adventures, and Eloise, played by Claudia Jessie, beginning to suspect Lady Whistledown's identity. Season 3, Colin and Penelope. This season centered on Colin Bridgerton, played by Luke Newton, and longtime Wallflower best friend Penelope Featherington, played by Nicola Coughlan. Within the book series, this is romancing Mr. Bridgerton. After many flirtations and misunderstandings, Colin finally realizes that Penelope is the love of his life. He proposes, they wed, and in the Season 3 finale we even learn they've welcomed a baby boy. By the season's end, Penelope has heroically revealed herself to be Lady Whistledown, and Queen Charlotte even cheers her on, saving her family's honor and not only cementing her place as a Bridgerton daughter-in-law, but also the face behind the powerhouse that is Lady Whistledown's scandal sheet. Sophie Beck, played by Yaren Ha, and Benedict Bridgerton, played by Luke Thompson. We'll finally get to witness the touted scene of them dancing at the masquerade in the upcoming Season 4. Benedict, the free-spirited second son, meets Sophie, a silver mask lady, at his mother Violet's masquerade ball. Season 4 leads Benedict and Sophie. Though not yet aired, Netflix confirms Season 4, premiering in 2026, will focus on Benedict Bridgerton, played by Luke Thompson, and Sophie Beck, played by Yaren Ha. This adapts Julia Quinn's An Offer from a Gentleman. Benedict, artistic and reluctant to marry, meets Sophie, a lady of lower birth in disguise, at Lady Bridgerton's annual masquerade ball. Their bohemian romance will take center stage, as Benedict finds his own happiness at last. Who's next? Seasons 5 and 6 leads. with seasons 1 to 4 covering Daphne, Anthony, Colin, and Benedict. That leaves 4 Bridgerton siblings: Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth. Netflix has hinted each sibling eventually gets their own story. By Julia Quinn's book order, Season 5 would adapt Eloise's story to Sir Philip with Love, and Season 6 Francesca's, When He Was Wicked. Casting already aligns with this. Claudia Jessie, who plays Eloise, and Hannah Dodd, who plays Francesca, are on set, and actor Chris Fulton, who was cast as Sir Philip Crane all the way back in Season 1, is Eloise's pen pal turned husband in the books. That said, showrunner Jess Brownell has suggested the books might be reshuffled. As EW reports, Netflix plans to give fans a full 8 seasons, but Brownell hinted the series might swap Francesca's story earlier. In fact, after Season 3's twist, Brownell teased Season 5 could focus on Francesca and Michaela, played by Masali Beduza, the new character introduced in the final episode on Season 3, making Eloise's story Season 6 instead. In short, Season 5 may feature Benedict's arc turning to Francesca and Michaela's romance, and Season 6 would then handle Eloise and Sir Philip, or vice versa. Scary Mommy summarizes this well. The remaining seasons will tell Eloise's story and Francesca's in some order. Julia Quinn's source novels. The Netflix series is based on Julia Quinn's best-selling Bridgerton novels, each book focusing on one sibling. After the first 3 adapted books, the next novels are An Offer from a Gentleman, Book 3, Benedict and Sophie's Story, which will be covered in the upcoming Season 4. Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, Book 4, Colin and Penelope's Story, already covered in Season 3. To Sir Philip with Love, Book 5, Eloise's Story. In the book, Eloise discovers a correspondence with Sir Philip Crane, her late cousin's widower, and they agree to marry. Together they blend her free spirit with his duty and 2 young twins, and find a Beauty and the Beast-style romance. When He Was Wicked, Book 6, Francesca's Story. Francesca marries Lord John Sterling and settles in Scotland. There she meets John's cousin Michael, a roguish gentleman who's secretly in love with her. After tragedy strikes, Francesca and Michael's suppressed passions flare. They eventually marry and live happily ever after. These novels give strong hints for Seasons 5 and 6. Eloise's stubborn intellect paired with Philip's honor, and Francesca's reserved nature appended by love. Whether the show follows each book closely, or continues to reinvent as it has so far, remains to be seen. Following versus straying away from the books. Bridgerton is famous for taking liberties. For example, the show already swapped Benedict and Colin's books. It turned Romancing Mr. Bridgerton into Season 3 and held off Benedict's story to Season 4. Likewise, Francesca's storyline was altered. In the books, she meets cousin Michael, but in Season 3 she falls for his female equivalent, Michaela, introducing a major shift from the source material. Season 3 also reshaped Eloise. The books had her marrying Sir Philip Crane, and indeed Chris Fulton is cast in that role. But on screen, Eloise has been anxious about society and whistleblowing, so fans wonder if To Sir Philip will play out unchanged. As EW notes, we'll have to see how much the show follows or diverges from the novels in the years ahead. One thing is clear, the writers aren't afraid to modernize plots, e.g. adding Michaela, to keep the story fresh for 2025 audiences. The expanding Bridgerton family. With each season's marriage, the Bridgerton brood is growing. By Season 3's end, everyone has tied the knot, or is about to. Daphne and the Duke of Hastings already have a son, August, and by side conversations in Season 3, she might be with child again. Anthony and Kate were expecting a baby during the second half of Season 3. Colin and Penelope share a newborn son by the end of Season 3, and Benedict will marry Sophie to add her to the family. Francesca is now Lady Sterling, having wed Lord John Sterling, played by Victor Ali, and even brought along his cousin Michaela. These weddings introduce new in-laws, Simon Bassett, and the Dukedom of Hastings. Kate Sharma's family from India. Penelope and the Featherington brood. Sophie's unknown background, but has her Gunningworth stepfamily. The Stirling clan in Scotland. And soon, Sir Philip Crane and his deceased brother's twins. In short, by season 4 the Bridgerton household includes Viscount Anthony, head of family, and Viscountess Kate awaiting their first child, Dowager Violet Bridgerton, played by Ruth Gemmell, still matriarch of her 8 children, and a next generation of Bridgertons on the way. Netflix's own family tree even refers to Anthony as the head of the Bridgerton family, and notes he loves his wife so fervently, underlining how Anthony and Kate will soon run the estate. As Violet's eldest, Anthony has always taken his Viscount duties seriously from the age of 18. Kate became the new Viscountess from the start of Season 3, and in tradition, we saw her take over managing the Bridgerton household. Violet herself is described as one of the ton's most caring mothers, the mother of 8, a hint she's likely to retire to a dower home, but will surely always remain as a witty guide. Meanwhile, Penelope, now Mrs. Bridgerton, shares a son with Colin and is noted for her success as scandal sheet writer Lady Whistledown and other current writing accomplishments under her own name. With Colin running the Featherington estate as regent until their son becomes of age. Daphne is off in the Dukedom of Hastings, and Francesca is off in Scotland starting a new life with Eloise in tow. In other words, the family is growing, and it's exciting to wait and see how and where the writers will place everyone as the series progresses. Seasons 7 and 8. Hyacinth and Gregory? If Netflix truly plans 8 seasons, that leaves Hyacinth, played by Florence Hunt, and Gregory, played by Will Tilston, for Seasons 7 and 8, corresponding to Julia Quinn's Book 7. It's in His Kiss, Hyacinth's story, and Book 8, On the Way to the Wedding, Gregory's story. Notably, both Hunt and Tilston are now 18 years old enough to play romantic leads if the timeline allows. EW points out that these younger siblings could feasibly carry their own seasons when it's time. The finale of Season 3 even teased Eloise joining Francesca on a trip to Scotland, a hint Hyacinth and Gregory will presumably stay in England for their own story. It's possible the show might combine Hyacinth and Gregory's arcs into one season, as EW speculates, or give each a separate season down the line. Either way, fans have long been curious about the youngest Bridgerton's romances. We'll have to wait and see. Penelope's next chapter as Lady Whistledown. Finally, Penelope Featherington's evolution as Lady Whistledown will dramatically affect Bridgerton's tone. Having revealed herself, Penelope is no longer skulking in secret. She's an open writer for the ton. Netflix's Family Guide calls her brilliant and brave, and notes her success as Lady Whistledown plus other writing under her own name. This suggests the show envisions Penelope continuing as the chronicles of the story, perhaps even more boldly. Some speculate, per TV Insider, that Penelope might pass the quill or mentor another narrator, or remain an all-seeing voice over the series. Regardless, having Penelope front and center, rather than anonymous, could give the show an even sassier, insider tone. The camera might cut to her as Lady Whistledown pens spicy commentary or offer on-screen notes on the action, a fun visual cue the creative team could use. In summary, with Benedict's season on the horizon and 2 more confirmed renewals, Bridgerton's future looks bright, booked, and busy. We'll have new love stories, new family members, and presumably more of Lady Danbury's wit and Queen Charlotte's sparkle. As we toast this lovely renewal, remember to keep your quills sharpened. The ton has many more scandals, weddings, and births coming our way. So, what are your burning questions? Which Regency trope has you most excited for in the coming seasons? Drop your guesses, thoughts, and questions in the comments below. Please share your insights, because I'd love to hear what you think. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates about your favorite shows every time that we upload. and for more exclusive Bridgerton insights and analyses. Until next time, keep your fans handy, and remember, in the ton, love, and drama are always in season. So, see you in 2026. This is Lady Wolfe, signing off with a Bridgerton-sized swoon. Until then, dearest readers, do celebrate accordingly. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and/or subscribe for more delightful content, and I'll see you on the next one.